Anhilwad Patan had not only dynamic kings and academicians, but the queens were also equally dynamic. In fact, Queen Udaymati built a step well for the welfare of her subjects. This step well is known as Rani Ki Vav. This step well, consisting of 7 levels, is an unparalleled example of art and architecture. The beautifully carved stone idols tells us of the glory and prosperity of the Solanki era. Queen Meenal Devi, King Siddharaj Jaisingh's mother, was much concerned about the welfare of the subjects and waived the pilgrim tax. The Malav Lake at Dholka and the Munsar Lake at Viramgam were constructed on her instructions. The Shastraling Lake of Patan was constructed during the reign of King Siddharaj Jai Singh. Students, the queens of Solanki dynasty were brave and great. Queen Udaymati was the queen of Bhimdev. She constructed Rani Ki Vav for the welfare of her people. This stepwell of 7 stories is an unparalleled example of art and architecture. The artistic idols engraved in the well gives an idea of glory of Solanki period. Queen Mother Rajmata Meenal Devi was mother of Siddharaj Jai Singh. Meenal Devi was a benevolent queen mother Rajmata. She was always willing to work for welfare of people. The pilgrims who visited the Somnath temple were required to pay the pilgrim tax. Those unable to pay the pilgrim tax were denied darshan. A number of hermits or sadhus could not have darshan of Somnath as they were unable to pay the pilgrim tax. When Meenal Devi learnt about this incident, she asked her son, King Siddharaj, to waive off the pilgrim tax. Siddharaj Jai Singh waived off the pilgrim tax at the insistence of Rajmata Meenal Devi. At her request, Siddharaj Jai Singh built Malav Lake in Dholka and Munsar Lake in Viramgam to solve the problems of drinking water. In true sense of term, Meenal Devi was an ideal Rajmata. Students, let's have a look on Think Box. In the olden days, people constructed step wells, ponds, and wells. Now dams are constructed. Why is it so? Students, the population of India was very small in the olden period. Lakes, wells, and step wells were constructed to provide water to the people living in villages for drinking and other domestic purposes. The farmers used to cultivate land in monsoon and winter. Wells were dug in the farms to irrigate the winter crops. During those days, people used to travel on foot or by bullock carts. To provide them drinking water, wells were constructed at the entrance of the village. In the present times, there is many-fold increase in the population of India. In order to supply water for drinking and to provide irrigation facility for agriculture, dams were constructed on the rivers. Water is stored in reservoirs. Water is carried by canals and the pipelines to the cities and villages. The history of Anhilwad Patan is associated with the name of a brave heroic lady. After the death of King Ajaypal, his son being too young, Queen Naiki Devi, his mother, took over the responsibility of the kingdom. During this time, Shahabuddin Ghori crossed the desert and attacked Gujarat. Queen Naiki Devi exhibited enormous courage, tied her infant son to herself, led the army of Gujarat into the battle, and successfully defeated Shahabuddin Ghori. Students, Naiki Devi was the brave wife of the king Ajaypal of Anhilwad Patan. After the demise of her husband, she took over the reign of the state as her son was very young. Shahabuddin Ghori invaded Gujarat in 1178 AD. Naiki Devi led her army and defeated Shahabuddin Ghori. After the Solanki dynasty, the Waghela dynasty ruled over Gujarat. The last emperor of the Waghela dynasty, Karandev Waghela, was defeated by Alauddin Khilji, and it brought to the end of Rajput rule over Anhilwad Patan. Later on, for a period of a time, Anhilwad Patan remained the capital of Gujarat for just namesake. During the Sultanate era, Ahmad Shah established Ahmedabad in 1411 CE. Thereafter, Patan ceased being the capital of Gujarat and became the headquarters of Subagiri district. The sultans ruled over Gujarat through the 15th century until the end of 16th century. During this era, notable sultans like Ahmad Shah, Mahmud Begda, and Muzaffar Shah ruled over Gujarat. At the beginning of the 17th century, the Mughal dynasty established itself over Gujarat, and thereafter, many other kingdoms came into existence in Gujarat. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for the latest updates.